Go.
Go ahead.
I was bred to fear no man, bitch. You got me fucked up, and if that nigga wanna run his mouth, tell his bitch ass I said to come get some. Won't sound what?
Pussy ass niggas from around the way. Nigga, fuck what you heard, nigga, fuck what you say. My niggas all strapped if you ready to play. Fuck all the guns, but just tell his bitch ass, come get some. Get some. Get some. Tell his bitch ass, come get some. Get some. Get some. Niggas loud on the game so somebody get hurt. Now 5 on your ass, nigga, watch me work. I'm the man in this bitch, still standing in this bitch. Come get some. Get some. Get some. Tell his bitch ass, come get some. Get some. Get some.
All right, everybody. Hey, how's it going? We have terrorism in the bathroom today. I got the whole panel today, and we're going to talk that freaky. Nah, we ain't going to talk that freaky.
I was about to say, yeah, this shit for the turn sour quick.
Hell yeah, I love it. Let's roll.
Man, we're welcoming back Mr. Justin. Mr. Justin's over there. What's up, Justin? How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. Hey, sorry I couldn't make it last week. I had a football game to coach, man, and shit got hectic, man. It was a close game.
Got that at? No, I ain't gonna do you like that.
Mama. But it's all good.
Put me on the field. And Quentin is here in the house, too. What's up, Quentin?
Hey, man. Hey, y'all already know me. Q the Great. That's right. Hey, new moniker. You're right. Q the Great. Okay. I'm here to talk this good stuff, man. Y'all already know why I'm here.
Excuse me, sir. But before we go, who was that approved by when you talk about the great? Like, is it a little bit narcissistic to say that, you know, yourself is great?
Yeah, so here's what I did. So I asked myself how awesome I am, and I said, man, you know what? I am that dude. So we decided, and that's me and my alter ego. We decided, hey, man, look, you know what? That's going to be your name. And that's how it came about. And all my many fans on Twitter.
Oh, my God.
Hey, man, so if we
narcissistic ass short guy.
Hey, stop hating. Hey, short men rule the world, man.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
That was
Get overlooked for jobs, nigga.
There was a discussion actually about, you know, people self-labeling themselves. So, you know, like, you know, could I just label myself a woman? I mean, I could just start doing that. That is actually one of the topics that we're going to talk about is transgender rights.
Ooh.
Man.
Hold on. We got to put a disclaimer out. The views and comments of this episode do not reflect the views and comments of the Critical Dump or its affiliates. That sounds legit, huh? That almost sounds close.
Hashtag disclaimer.
Trigger warning for everybody who gets offended.
Damn, that's funny, man. I love y'all, man. Let's roll. What we got?
Hey, E, the story.
Oh my gosh! I guess I gotta crash and burn first. So
yes. Let's get into your bullshit topics, baby.
I thought you were about to say something else.
Come on, y'all.
Let's roll, man.
Well, okay. So Donald Trump rolled back the transgender protections that Obama had rolled out during his administration, and this has caused a lot of room for debate. And one of the people that I listen to that I don't necessarily support, Ben Shapiro. Please, I do not support that guy. I hate that guy. And also listen to Milo Yiannopoulos. We'll talk about him later with his
Milo the GOAT. I can't say it with a straight face.
Okay, like, you know, as a side note for a dude, like, he's all about like black dudes, but like, I swear, like, if we interviewed Homeboy and he touched me, I would probably slap his hand away.
God damn.
I feel so grossed out.
So you saying you gonna scrap with him already right off jump, huh?
Nah, I just don't want to.
I kept telling y'all, man, he a gangster.
Show him what these do. Show him what them hands do.
Nah.
Hey, look, I keep telling y'all, he a gangster, man. Y'all better watch out for them quiet ones.
Man, look, like you know, like how you don't like somebody so much, you're like, man, look, don't touch me. It's just how much you don't like somebody.
Oh yeah. I
think we all been there, man. Hey, we've all known folks like that. So yeah, I feel you.
God damn.
So where are you just coming in with the phone going? I mean, it's just so
up, all right.
Welcome to radio, everybody.
See what happens?
God
Yeah,
damn,
I mean,
my bad.
especially when you go live, we have so many failures just happening at the same time.
Hey, but I think that's what the folks like, man. Natural, man. You know, we they don't like no production. It's almost like porn, man. Production fucks they don't get it, man. Give me some amateur shit.
Hey, man, like,
All off. Go ahead.
I mean, like, I've never like watched a porno and like had like a full blown failure. Like, apart from like, the girl throwing up when he tried to deep throat her too much. That's the probably.
Hey, that shit gross me the
Yeah,
fuck
man,
out.
it really does. Yeah, man. I have a like I told you the story earlier, man. I had a horrible experience with it. I had to cut it off for about a week or so. I was like, man, I'm done. I'm done.
Like, how do you come back from that? It's like you just watched the bitch like throw up. It's like the dude tip hit the back of her throat and it made her gag and throw up all. It's like, nah, man.
That shit
How
not
do you
sexy.
stay hard for that? Like, you got to be a weird dude.
Man, look,
for
I'm
that shit
divorced.
to work.
I would divorce my wife if all of a sudden she just threw up on it, like out the blue. I'd be like, man, look, we got it. This ain't gonna be the same no more. we got.
I will always have that image of you in my head.
Thank you. So I'm like, there's no coming back from that. But I think the worst thing was when I ran into this one and there was a chick with a dick on it. I was like, that shit fucked me up. I was like, look, I can't watch anymore for a while. I gotta take a step back.
Yeah, you got to take an occasional hiatus from that kind of stuff, from your spank bank. You got to take a hiatus from it, because that shit just don't work, man. Especially when you see some shit like that. It's like, nah, man, I'm good.
So E, man, go ahead and tell us more about the story about what happened with Don T, Mr. 45, and I'm not gonna say his cabinet. We gotta come up with another name for these. Him and the Republicans.
The Republicans or the Legion of Doom, or we had to come up with something.
Legion of Doom.
The
There you go.
Doom.
I love it.
That works. Is either because it looked like they trying to turn everything into the First Galactic Empire, but that's my
Hey,
opinion.
the League of
Go ahead.
Extraordinary Idiots.
So I mean, so what would Steve Bannon be in that little roster?
Oh man,
Steve
he's the
Bannon
mastermind
was
behind
probably
everything.
running.
Like Steve Bannon would be like the guy in the background, kind of being the puppet master of everybody. Like, yeah,
Steve
dance
Bannon would be the
puppet.
Scarecrow.
Yeah, hey, Arkham Asylum. Okay, we can roll
That's
with
who
that.
he would be. He would be the Scarecrow. It's like you don't really pay attention to him. He's dangerous, but you don't really give a shit. Like there weren't enough Scarecrow episodes for you to be like, oh shit, that's one of Batman's arch nemesis. Nah,
Nah, you just knew he was the weirdo with the hat.
that's
That's
there you
it.
go. There you go.
But
But-
okay, everybody. So all right. So there's some arguments being had that people are afraid of people who are confused, or so they say. They say they're sexually confused, and they want protection. They say, well, if you want to be a man, that's your thing, but whatever you were born as, you should go with that, and then go into that bathroom. We're not gonna let you just self-identify, or whichever way you kind of feel, because we're protecting our kids. Even though I have some issues with that, what do you guys think on that?
First of all, I'm protecting my kids anyway. With that, I would say this: me as a father, I have a hard time allowing my 6-year-old to go to the restroom by herself. But I also don't want to bring her to the male's restroom. I'm at this like crossroads, and I'm like, she's not a baby anymore. But then again, I don't feel she's old enough to handle that herself. But in my opinion, I'm like, I don't know, man, because it's just one of those things. I get it. I understand. I really do. But I do feel that if there are these predators out there, they're going to get you. They're going to try their chance. They're going to shoot their shot regardless of the circumstances. You can say, oh, I'm barring you from being in there and getting there, if that's the case.
Man, I don't know, Q. I don't have kids, but I understand where you at because you got girls, and you don't want to go in the girls' restroom because and going with them, but it's like you don't know. Like, that's the problem. Like,
Mhm.
I can say and I'm as man as it's gonna get. If I go in the girls' restroom, like, no, I identify myself as a woman, and I walk in there and it's little girls in there, like it messes with you. So it's a hard thing to it's a hard pill to swallow for real. Like I don't want to deny these people how they feel about themselves, but if you haven't went through all the changes yet, like if you a man transition into a woman, but you still got a penis, go to the men's restroom. I
Hey, I
mean,
don't know, man, because you
it's
gotta think.
bad. It's bad because I don't want to put people in these boxes. But if you're a woman and you transition into be a man, but you don't have a penis, go sit on the toilet or hover above it, whatever women do in the restroom. I don't know.
Like I think what I was telling you earlier, I said, man, this is it's an interesting situation because like this. Yes, you can say whatever you want to say about yourself. You say, hey, man, I'm Batman, I'm Superman, whatever. Of course, I know. The only reason I'm saying it is now I'm not making a direct comparison. I'm just, basically using that. But another thing is that do people have to accept what you say about yourself? Now, yes, you can say whatever you want about yourself, and it's fine. You can do whatever you want in your home, so on and so forth. But as soon as you go into the public sector, change. That's just that'll be the only question I would ask. E, what do you say?
Um, to back it up a little bit, so regardless of whether or not regardless of not, however we describe our genitalia, it exists. And it exists regardless of what you label it as. So I mean, for us men, we have we use that as a means to identify ourselves as males, and the same thing with the females. So I think what I was talking about earlier was that if you're experiencing this sort of distress over it, where you're born as a man but you identify as a woman, then my thing is like, okay, cool, that's what you want to do, that's fine. But I think that the same people who are arguing that they're afraid that their kids are going to be the victims of sexual predators, that's a little bit of a stretch, because even if you were to prevent or to try to prevent transgenders from going in, that that doesn't stop any sexual predators at all. I mean, the same things that you're advocating against right now is what is possible even before this was even an issue. So I mean, you can still have a guy slap on a fucking wig and some makeup or whatever and go in there, and then what the fuck you gonna do about it? I mean, you're not gonna do shit.
Exactly.
Exactly. Now, I will go ahead and say that. Let's go we're gonna just kick it on just what some people will think. I get it. Why if you're a lady and you go into the bathroom and you got this other perceived lady or whatever with got a dress, and all of a sudden they go into the stall next to you, and all of a sudden you hear water splashing like a waterfall, you gonna think some type of way. I get that, because you like, oh, there's a man in here, because that's the first thing that's gonna come to your mind. And because really, I would look at, I think the biggest issue, like even when we look down at Houston, I think the biggest issue had to deal with women over not as much as men. I'm not sure on what most men said, but when they were doing like the protests down in Houston, the women who were saying, "Nah, we don't want that." I'm one of those ones saying, "Hey, man, look, take all the names off. We just turn this into a whole Freaknik. Why not?"
Like in practice, I actually don't think it necessarily would be a bad thing, because of combining the bathrooms, with the exception of just anecdotal experiences of me working at a gas station and then just me going into women's bathrooms and then just
having to clean them. Hey,
the women who do not clean between the legs.
Hey, man, worst experience I ever had when I was at Chuck E. Cheese, man. Some of y'all are filthy. I'm not saying it's all, but you got some that are terrible.
It's some unhygienic women. I will agree with you on that one, Q.
Yeah, and there are some extremes on the men who actually who have those splatter asses, who just like they shit and they don't know. I guess they missed the seat for some reason. I have no idea.
Man, I remember when I was at Blinn College out in Brenham, Texas.
Hey. Be easy with your next few words, fool.
Oh, I already know, but this was the moment when I seen grown men dump ass and don't flush, and I'm like that's the worst feeling ever. You go in and you about to get ready. You like, man, shit, I got to use the public restroom because there ain't nothing else I can do. And then you go in and somebody's just logs just floating. You like, man, it's just about a bitch.
Like, man, it don't take shit to push a button.
It don't. But I'm like, but then you start wondering. You like, man, hold up, is this something that they just didn't learn? Like, what's going on? They think somebody gonna come in after them?
Like, are they claiming this? But you're right, man. But like, to bring it back to the original goddamn conversation, Q, since you want to go on that topic.
Hey, we are talking about bathrooms.
I don't know, man. It's crazy, man, because I can't see myself going like, because I'd be a protective dad to my daughter. I don't have no kids, but I'm pretty sure the first one that I have is gonna be a girl. But I'm gonna go in the restroom with her to make sure that everything's okay. And if another dude walks in, I'm gonna be like, hey, bro, I'm in here with my daughter. Who the fuck are you in here with? Oh, I'm in here to use the restroom because I'm a woman. No, motherfucker, you're not. It's like whip your shit out. If you got a penis, go next door.
Wait, did you just say whip it out?
Hey, look. I'm securing who I am. I know who I am, and I'm protecting my kids. That's what I'm doing. If you pull your shit down and you got a penis, go next door. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. No, I ain't trying to see a man's penis. Shut up. But what it is I'm protecting my daughter.
Oh man!
I want to make sure that I want to get to a point to where I feel comfortable enough to where when she goes to the restroom, I don't have to go with her because I don't have to feel fear that some dude finna walk in that motherfucker and touch her, and I come out and I gotta catch a case.
Nah, see, because then I would just say, man, look, I'll just already call the cops on myself. Hey, look, some stuff finna go down. Y'all might want to, if you don't want it to happen, get to me before it happens. But it's about to go down now. But I mean, that was me though. But I say I feel the same about my young boy. But then of course I can go in there with him. But like if it's my wife and I had a young man and he go in by himself, because I'm like, let's not forget that. Hey, look, you got some women who out here doing foul stuff just like men. That's just not even really.
That's true.
That's not even that's not even really trying to.
You got some softball players who out there trying to get you.
You do. I mean, it is what it is. Hey, look.
Shout out to all the softball women who ain't on that shit.
But like I said, as parents, I get it. I totally understand, and I understand because it's one of those things. It's not it's not an occurrence you see every day, so you're gonna look at it with a different view versus something else. But I don't say that we should just sit there and bar anyone. I think that's just a conversation, and some things need to be ironed out before we just make a solid decision on anything like that.
Mm.
I think that personally, I think that we should go forward on that. I mean, to acknowledge the points that were brought up. Like, I think that's the feeling that any parent would have, as far as their little kid, whether it's a boy or a girl. I mean, hell, there was one friend of mine whose daughter I had to go in the bathroom with her, and that shit was hella awkward for me, not being a parent. I was like, and they was like, the hell you doing in here? I have a little girl with me. Oh, so you're a father? No.
See, look, they're like, oh, is it your little sister? Nah. Matter of fact, I ain't related to her.
I was just
That's rough, man. I hate y'all so much for that shit.
All of a sudden, he called it, hey, man, y'all need to come pick. Wow, what's going on? See, let me tell you the story. It's going, let me
See
tell you
what
what happened.
happened was.
Yeah, there you go.
As soon as they hit you with that, see what had happened was, you know it's going to be some bullshit.
Of course.
How would I phrase it? So before you jump to conclusions, let me just say let me tell the whole story.
Man, that put me in here
Before you jump to
bathroom, man. They tripping.
Y'all stupid.
I mean, like I said, go ahead. Matter of fact, finish your point, Eric. I know you were still going on.
Nah, I'm good, man. We done segued somewhere far off into the weeds somewhere.
I didn't forgot where the fuck we were.
Hey,
we were talking about potential predators, and I mean, we still have some things to talk about. Go ahead, Mr. Quentin.
Well, I mean, I was just going to close it off. It's like, everybody who is a quote, transgender, where it's not out to snatching booties or whatever. I was like, some people got to just chill. We can't do all this broad brush thinking. Like, look, yeah, am I saying that some people who are potentially could be or are? Yeah, of course. But that's the same with anybody else. But that don't mean everyone is like that. I say, so some people just got to chill and, just ask questions and get to talk to some of these people, and then maybe. But that's my piece on that one.
I mean, okay, and talk about snatching booties. What are we talking about with Milo Yiannopoulos and his teenage snatchings?
Milo the goat. He said, it don't matter, I'm gonna get it. Not in so many words, but
Minneapolis.
I wondered, some of the talking points that he brought up. Would he participate in dating a young teenager? Because he was talking about that happened to him with a priest. Actually, I have a clip that I can play just on that little segment, just to bring everybody up.
Do you think?
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Well, how old were you? You were a little kid, and he was like what? Was he in his 20s or 30s?
Yet another feminist strategy that you have adopted.
It's a witch hunt.
I told you it wasn't.
Okay, I would say Joe Rogan doesn't normally adopt feminist strategies.
Well, this is a Milo tactic. He used the same tactic on us. I can't believe this show of all shows that I am arguing this position against you.
I mean,
what a horrible allegation! It's like you've spotted a trend in my argumentative method.
If I knew someone around my age that was like, I just had sex with a 13-year-old, I would be creeped out. Honestly.
What is your age?
I'm almost 35.
Okay, well, I'm talking about 28-year-olds.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. Well, that changes everything.
Paul's like, okay,
video,
cool.
I'm sure. I'm guessing, because I've never told this publicly, that you won't hear that in this video, but we're talking about 13, 25, 13, 28. These things do happen perfectly consensually. Often, by the way, it's the women who suffer in these things, because what normally happens in schools very often is it's an older woman with a younger boy, and the boy is the predator in that situation. The boy is like, let's see if I can fuck the gym teacher, or let's see if I can fuck the hot maths teacher, and he does. The women fall in love with these nubile young men, these athletic young boys in their prime, and end up having their lives destroyed. They end up having to move schools, move the country, whatever. I would say in the situation I describe in the Joe Rogan show, I was very definitely the predator on both occasions. As offensive as some people will find that, I don't much care. That was certainly my experience of it. I was very much the predator in those situations. But to be clear,
Ben, hold on, Milo, 1 second. Ben, you said you'd be creeped out if someone came to you and said they had sex with a 13-year-old. But what if they said, the 13-year-old, they were the predator?
Came on to me.
They came on to me. I mean, it's really. I mean, is it that unbelievable if you have some really horny 13-year-old that just coming at you hard?
TJ's harkening back to the days of when he was 13. It's like,
I think Quentin actually has a story similar to something like that.
What the fuck?
Man,
Wait a minute.
Man.
A goddamn minute. The 13-year-old was the predator?
Yes.
You're a grown-ass person. You're above the age of 22, I'm going to say 22. You're above the age of 22, and you gave in to a 13-year-old.
Yep.
How weak are you?
Hey, man, you got him. You really do. Like, It reminded me of the story back in when I was my freshman year. Matter of fact, I'll tell that story. I didn't do it. I would have though. She would have gave me the time of day. But we had this one.
We had some bad subs.
That's what I'm saying. So we had this one teacher. I think she was every bit of 22, fresh out of school.
I forget her name, but I think I know who you're talking about.
And so she was a science teacher. All right. So she was there, and she was there the whole first semester, and then towards the second semester, she was gone all of a sudden. No. She finished the year, and the next year she was gone. And everybody was like, "Man, why is she gone?"
Sophomore year?
No, this is my freshman year. So you're still
freshman year. Oh, okay. I was still in middle school. Okay, never mind.
So all of a sudden she was gone, and then of course everybody started, "Yeah, man, she got pregnant." We were like, "Oh, word? Okay, from who?" And I forgot dude's name, but at the time he was a sophomore, and we like, first thing we like, "Dang, he got her." Cause we were like, "Damn, we wanted to get at that," but things where
you had some bad subs.
You had them, and that's why, because
that's just what it was.
Because I will sit there and say this. I'll ask this. This is like
kind of open.
Oh man, hold up. Let me see. How can I rephrase this question? So I'll say like this. Yes, you up there messing with 13-year-olds and all these. Yeah, you foul. And of course, I think if you like in your 40s, you need to be slaughtered somewhere. Like if you over 22, you need to be taken out somewhere. But like with my old lady, I think she had dated a dude, and she was 17, and he was like 22, 23, something like that. I wouldn't do it, but that's something that always happens. So you got to ask these questions like, is there a time? Because I'm like, Rito, think back. When you were 15, 16, like you said, there were certain teachers, if they gave you the time of day, you finna jump all in there.
Every day of the week. You best believe it. It was some bad. I'm talking just, if I can remember the chick's name, I damn near put her out there. But
now,
she was bad.
I will ask you this question then. If you were, somehow that would have happened, do you feel she should have to deal with the entirety of the consequences? Not saying that she's excluded, but should you also have to deal with something because, hey, I knew I wanted to do this, but hell, she gave me a shot, so I took it.
This is what I'll say. If her self-esteem is so low that she can be influenced by a 13, 14-year-old, then I ain't gonna put nothing on me. Like, think about if I'm that smooth, in which in a lot of cases I was. But I never tried that. No, I never tried anything with any teachers because I look at them and be like, damn, she fine. But then I realized, damn, that's a teacher. Can't do nothing. But if she's that weak-minded, or if she's that weak of a person, if she's that vulnerable of a woman, in which we know this, there are a lot of women who, if the right student comes along saying the right things, he can break her down. This is the crazy thing. Like, women say that they're so much stronger, smarter, and all that stuff than men. Yet they get put in these situations. Am I wrong for saying that?
Hey, I would say no, but I already know the heat's finna come.
I don't give a shit. I really don't care, because look, the fact of the matter is this: there are women who get so down on themselves that any male who shows them positive attention, they flock towards him.
Yeah, I've seen situations like that. Yes.
So if you're that, if that's the woman that you are, that you'll flock towards any male figure that shows you any type of positive attention, gives you any kind of props and all of that old stuff, you might need to reevaluate yourself.
Yeah, and I'll even put it like this. I'll tell the flip story too. So same. This actually I think happened through like my whole 4 years of high school. So I had a classmate who happened to be messing around with a. Now I'm not using any names, but some of the people who are from BMT already know what's up. So,
but you're a real nigga.
Hey, I mean, it is what it is. It's in the past. It's been done. Ain't too much to talk about. But there was one of our classmates who messed around with our band director, and it was going on persistently. And I remember, allegedly, the story was she got him caught up at the end. I don't know exactly. So all I know is what I'm told. But in that situation, like if she would, I was like this. Even at that age, I was like, hey man, she said she wanted to do it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not. But there's a point where, yes, if she's 8th grade, 9th, yeah, nigga, you out of line for that. That's a kid still. But when we get to the point where you're 16, 17, on the 18, should they also be held?
18.
Yeah, should they also be held accountable to an extent for some of the actions that they may put out there?
My question is the same thing, and I'll ask this to the panel, and I'll ask this to anybody who's listening. Dave Chappelle said it in one of his comedy specials. And matter of fact, it's for what it's worth. I remember the comedy special. Mm-hmm. How old is 15 really? Like, if I got a basic understanding of life, or the most basic understanding of life at 15, like, how old is 15? Like, on what scale do you grade 15 on? Because in some cases, you'll look at a 15-year-old and they'll be like, oh, they were just a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But in other cases, you'll look at a 15-year-old and be like, they knew what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, fuck. What scale is this?
Hey, man.
You know what I mean? That's my issue.
Contradictions from the 3-point line. That's what I would say.
God damn it, that sounds great. I love it. Contradictions from the 3-point line. I'm a hashtag that shit.
E, man, what do you have? What you got to say on all this?
Oh man, like everybody will talk about their experiences with their school sweethearts or the lady who got away, the teacher. And I mean, I've been thinking about this since like early today, and I'm like, I don't even have anybody who comes off the top of my head that was like that. Like there was no like fine ass guys or whatever just rolling around. They were just mostly just like some pudgy ass, old ass motherfuckers.
But you went to Central though. That's where people's career went to die or began. That don't count.
Oh come
on. Going to Central was like the Cleveland Browns, nigga. If you went there later in your years, yeah, you went there for your career to die. You went there early. You went there for you to kind of develop and move on to something better.
But I got to get my feet wet.
but I mean, even in some circles, like there are some serviceable people. You're like, all right, in the as far as the panel of men are concerned, you are probably in contrast with the other 4. You're probably like a 6, but in a broader spectrum, you're probably more like a 4 or 3 or 2. But
that's a good. You bring up a good point there. On the scale of 1 to 10, are you grading it based on overall, or are you just grading it based on the environment?
I made that comparison that in that environment you would be probably like a 6, but in a broader perspective of the men beyond the school, yeah, you wouldn't hold your weight. So
damn, that's
are you talking about in general? Like because like we're free. We're not in school anymore, so we don't have to really do all of that shit.
You are goddamn right.
So basically, in conclusion to that, all my fellas that's still out there, still trying to find their way in the game, move up to like the middle of nowhere, like a Willacoochee or Butte, Montana, somewhere where there's no competition, and you gonna be winning.
You gonna be winning. So much win. Post it on your Facebook. I got no competition for pussy. So much win.
Hey, for the ladies. Look, sometimes you gotta sometimes you just gotta change area codes, man, in order to start winning in the game. It happens.
Now, at best, there was only one person, and that was like in college, that like blip the radar a little bit. And in college, college is that time where, everybody from all different kind of backgrounds starts coming together and you're like, huh. And then your eyes starts like wandering all over the place. Like, who's gonna be my victim? Who am I gonna walk in on the bathroom on and terrorize?
I never got that lucky in college because for some reason most of Lamar's teachers were like old. Like it's like everybody was old there. It's like, man, it was awful. Like
One time, I can't talk about it because I like this teacher a whole lot. She was one of my favorite teachers. But one time, I actually could have, if I would have put in enough effort, but I wasn't trying to. I was actually dating a chick at the time, so I didn't look at my teacher like that. But if I would have pursued this one specific teacher in my college years, I could have had her.
Hey man, it's college, man. Hey, look, I look at it like once you get to college, that's a free for all. There's no rules. It's all about what you can take. You belong
think
to the
about
game
the youngest person in college, in the average college, the youngest person in the average college is 18.
18, 17 to 19. That's gonna be the age range.
You know what I mean? So yeah, 17 to 19 is your youngest person in college. Technically, in a lot of places, that's an adult.
Yeah.
So basically, this is two consenting adults. Why is that an issue? Oh man, he slept with his teacher.
Hey man, shame on.
What school did they go to? Was he in high school? No, they went to Penn State.
So
well, let me use a different school because Penn State.
Man, yeah. Right now they
they went to Iowa. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, it's two consenting adults. Why is it an issue? Man, that's a person of authority. No, that's a goddamn teacher.
It's a teacher, man. Stop. That's like
people got no authority. She's not the dean of that particular field.
Man, I mean, some people be tripping, but I mean, I think this is one of those topics that really need to be discussed because music. All right, cool. All right, interlude, everybody. Is that what we doing?
I'm over here. I'm sorry. I'm over here
a little Michael Jackson to break the mold. Okay.
I'm over here.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, hey. I'm like, hey, we going to break. I'm just saying.
Yeah, go ahead. My bad.
I mean,
but you get it. Yeah, I mean, y'all understand where I'm going with this. Yeah. It's like you got two consenting adults, doing what two consenting adults do. It is what it is.
And also, let me clarify. I have daughters, and even if it were my son, I don't want them doing nothing with nobody. I'm just going to put that out there. So before people be like, "Oh, you're saying you're for pedophile?" Fuck off, nigga. Can we just not have a conversation without being labeled something? We're just discussing the matter. We're looking at different perspectives. That's how you really come to conclusions on certain things. But never mind.
Yeah, but and actually, Michael Shea had a comedy special on Netflix where he was talking about like it doesn't matter whether or not he got a daughter or a gay son as his kid, like he doesn't want no dicks at all coming in his house.
Yes, I'm like, that's why I be telling, like, people be trying to do these things. Like, I remember there was somebody discussing, like, why should my little girl have to change her clothes if men are over? My son, like, son, matter of fact, Rito just left, but when we were in high school, just like this. We were young men and we used to like to flex. We used to do all these different things, especially like if it was right during lifting period. So we'll like throw our shirts off and look in the mirror. But as soon as a female woman teacher came in, we had to get accordingly. Like, hey, look, we got to be respectful in here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but a lot of I was gonna go ahead.
No, you go ahead, man.
No, but I was just saying that a lot of people, for some reason, we only talk in a vacuum on certain subjects and we don't really look at the side. So Rito, like you probably heard this before, like you'll have some people say or something wearing shorts around the house. And if I come over and I'm family and you tell her, hey, you need to put some clothes on.
Yeah.
That's just being respectful.
Yeah.
But I was also telling them, I said, look, that had to happen with us as well. I said, I can't walk around my house with no shirt on and my mother has women company over. That's how it works.
No. That's disrespectful and no, that don't work like that.
But the people would then conflate and be like, "Oh, so you're saying if your buddy is like that, then you gotta?" And I'm like, "No, that's not the point behind it. The point is you want to be as respectable as possible. And if you're under my house, you got to follow these rules. This is how it goes." And of course,
That's
as
true.
parents, you want to put your children in the best situations possible.
In the safest situation as possible. You don't want some grown man walking around without his shirt on. You don't want some grown woman walking around in with no bra or whatever the situation in any enticing way. You don't want that to happen.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So no.
But I digress on that. But yes, going back to the Milo thing. Yeah, once he said 13, I was like, "Nah, bro, you foul for that one." I can't rock with you on that at all.
No.
And I don't necessarily want to misrepresent his position because there were several news outlets that were constantly reporting that he's a pedophile, and he walked the line between what is it, hemophilia and pedophilia. But still, like it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. And if everybody else want to watch the rest of the clip, I'll include it in the description below after this episode, and you can judge for yourself whether or not Milo has been misrepresented, because he's been going around in these fucking Facebook posts talking about these clips have been heavily edited. And they've been misinterpreted. And I'm like, dude, like, you listen to the whole thing. I'm like, I don't know how the fuck you misinterpret that. Like, you said straight the fuck up, 13. What the?
Yes, thank you. I'm like,
Eric, what is it? Hemophilia?
Yes, I think hemophilia that's with teenagers, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So
what the fuck?
Yeah, there's two.
Okay. So pedophilia is anybody who's not
children.
So that's 12 and under.
Yes. And then HEPA is for teenagers.
So that's 18 or 19 to 13.
Somewhere around there, yes.
Because as long as it says teen, it's teenager, right? So once you hit 20, it's different. It should be like that, but whatever. Numbers, dark, whatever.
Yeah,
So from 19, roughly 19 to 13 is considered hemophilia.
Yes.
I'm enticing somebody who's actually lived long enough to know the difference. In a sense. Well,
I'm looking at it like this. I remember I had a 17-year-old girl try to entice me, and I told her straight up, "Look, you're not worth it. 2, you can't leave your house without your pops asking you where you going. We can't roll. No, we not rolling like that. I don't want you. I'm in college. What I can do with you?" I mean, my wife said, I think at the time me and my wife were just dating. She said I was mean to her. I said, "No, I just told her straight up. I can't do nothing with you. What do you want with me?"
God damn.
But man,
hey,
Savage Q from long distance.
Hey, it is what it is.
It's really hard to come back from that story and segue to another. But I mean, unfortunately, we have to talk about victims. We have the victims of the world, or the victims of the United States. And everybody heard about the whole debacle with Mr. Mitch McConnell. Some people call
Tell everybody anyway.
Some people call him the turtle because he got like that throat, like the throat that's shaped like a turtle, like an animated turtle. He's the guy who told Miss Elizabeth Warren to sit her ass down. To paraphrase, that's not exactly his words.
Oh man. Yeah, I remember that when Elizabeth Warren was trying to talk about what was that? What was the Attorney General? Was his position the Attorney General, if I remember correct?
That was for Jeff Sessions. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
first of all, I would say this: if anybody tells you look like any type of reptile, that shit ain't cute. But go ahead, continue.
It ain't.
Lizard face? No, not cool.
Nah, you should actually look some photos up of him. It is atrocious. It is very bad.
And hold on, you said Mitch Connor?
Mitch McConnell.
Mitch
McConnell. Okay.
I'm finna Google this shit right now, just so. Let's see.
Go ahead.
Damn, I couldn't even get the whole word Mitch out. Oh, that's a damn shame.
Come on, man.
Oh man! All right,
He
go ahead.
does look like a
What's the
turtle.
story?
Oh, well, he finally decided that, hey, I'm going to leave the White House and actually go talk to my constituents. I'm going to finally act like a person who listens to the people and see what their issues was. So during this town hall that he had, he went on this big speech for about roughly 20 minutes. It was by and large very fucking boring. And he had he at the end of the day had said, hey, everybody have any questions for me? So there were some questions thrown at him. And he quite obviously it wasn't even like tactfully done. Like he didn't even pull like a political spin on it like Obama or whatever. He just dodged the question just entirely. But I'll let everybody listen and make their determination as to what had happened in this particular instance.
All right, do you think?
And that was actually when at the town hall when she said that to McConnell, and McConnell quickly pivoted to another person in the crowd. He was like, he said, "Oh, you got all that out? Okay, that's good."
He said he don't want it. That's what.
Not gonna lie, because I looked at the dude. He does look a lot like the tortoise from the Bugs Bunny cartoons.
I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna say
he does look like a turtle.
Yertle, come on, man.
He does, but this shit is hilarious.
I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna say he looked like the one from Kung Fu Panda.
Probably.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh man. So basically, what happened is Yertle decided to go ahead try to mingle amongst his folks and realized he wasn't too popular.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not no more.
That's basically what happened.
Yeah, like Donald Trump has been sending out all these tweets talking about these protests with these so-called angry protests have been organized against him, something to that effect. And it's like, dude, like even if it's organized, like that's pretty much almost every single protest. That's irrelevant. Like now, if you want to bring up a point to say, hey, these niggas is paid to be over here, okay, now we got a situation on our hands.
Hold on, didn't they actually have a lady because he was saying that people were paid to protest, and then they have a lady stand up and say, "Hey, I'm not a paid protester. This is my name."
Well, I would imagine so. I don't know anything about it.
I'm not a paid protester.
Like, dog.
Wow. So that kind of throws a new monkey wrench in things.
I mean, you realize that it's like first it was fake news. Now it's fake protest. Is everything that just doesn't put him in a positive light fake? Like, is that the trend we're going with?
Yes, that's exactly what the fuck he's going with. Like, have you not noticed this shit? Like, everything that isn't in alignment with what he likes is either fake or it gets fired.
Yeah.
If or it gets some kind of bad rap from him. Like, yo, he is the biggest. I've said this before on a couple shows back. He is the biggest fucking kid I've ever seen. He's like a big ass 7-year-old.
Man, look, I would say this. Matter of fact, this might be even something positive about my man Don T. He sure know how to get folks together, even if they against him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I don't necessarily want to misrepresent his tweet, so I'll read it out exactly the way he phrased it. The so-called angry protests in home districts of Republicans are actually, in numerous cases, planned out by liberal activists. Sad.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Man, come on, man. Like,
well, if you see the shit that he said about uranium,
something about 40% of the uranium or some shit like that, or half the uranium. Yeah.
It's like it can be used for bad things. Like, what the fuck? Get the hell out of here, bro. I'm sorry, but I got to give Justin Trudeau the I don't know if he's the prime minister. I don't know what the guy in Canada, president of Canada, governor. I don't know what.
I think it's a prime minister.
Prime minister of Canada.
I think so.
Yo.
Oh, you talking about Justin Trudeau?
Yeah, Trudeau. Yeah, he makes Donald Trump look like that really, really dumb kid that sat in the back of class and kind of bullied people because he was dumb. Mm-hmm. And he makes him look like that kid in the sense that nobody really cares. Like, bro, we get it. You're dumb. We don't care.
Oh my gosh, guys! Did you ever see that epic handshake between Justin? Is it Trudeau? I don't fucking know.
It's Trudeau, but yo, before we get into that handshake, how awkward are all of Donald Trump's handshakes?
Super.
Do they not look like he's like grabbing and gripping and like pulling you in? It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Let me go.
He's trying to embrace you.
Yeah, man, he just want to get. Hey, man, he just want to feel your energy.
He trying to steal your essence like the Monstars, nigga, on Space Jam.
Come on, man.
I mean, does he have that kind of ferocity? Just when he jacking off, it's just like,
bro, it's so weird. Like, I'm looking at every handshake he's done with people, and it's like he grabs and shakes and he jerks it to you, and I'm like, bro, it'll be one of them handshakes that make me tell you, bro, get the fuck off of me. Like, I don't like you like that. I'm only shaking hands with you because we're taking pictures and we're in public. Otherwise, I'd be done jabbed you in the chin.
It's so funny because like the news outlet was like all over that. Like as soon as Justin rolled up on him and shook his hand, you could tell Donald was trying to pull, and Justin was trying to have that shit.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was not about that life.
One of those was like, man, fuck off me, man. What you doing?
Get the fuck off me, eh?
Like, hey man, hold on, hey man, cut, man. What's wrong with you, man?
Cause hey, I'm sorry, man. My brother played football in Canada for a long time, so he know. He's like, hey, I can just hear Prime Minister Trudeau saying, yo, hey, get the fuck off me, eh? Like thank you for the handshake, but get off me, eh?
Oh, man. Hey, nah,
they really say that shit, but it's funny.
You gotta play up the whole thing because remember they always say everybody in Canada's like extra nice. So he's like, "Hey man, would you please just get the fuck off me, eh? Like, please." Okay.
I would like for you to let my hand go.
Oh man, that's best. I always wanted to go to Canada to visit. Might have to go soon now, but oh man.
Shit, I got a passport. I'm just waiting on everybody else to get one so we can so I can make trips and shit.
Woohoo! Shit, hey man.
Yeah, man, I've been having a passport since like 2011. 2012, some shit like that.
So, oh man, speaking of trips. So me and Eric had this discussion earlier.
Segway King.
Of course, man. Hey, all right, so this is just a general question that I want to pose to everybody and see what they say. So, let's say for some reason prostitution became legal overnight. Let's just say that.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all think it would be lucrative for Amazon to get into that business of delivery services?
Hell yes.
I'd be the first one to pre-order that shit, get on the invitation list. I'm like, send me one hot and spicy Asian whatever.
Nah,
I don't care.
Fuck all that. Go get me a Melania Trump, nigga.
Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, what you talking about? Go get me a Melania. I bet you ain't gonna tell me nothing, and I can look at her and say whatever the fuck he said, and she gonna shut the hell up.
Oh, damn. Come on, man.
Hey, is that not what happened? You all saw it. Y'all saw the shit.
Hey, why you playing? Hey, like I said, that was that moment when you thought we were solid, but then you realized your place, and she was like, damn. She just put her head. I'm like, man,
she was like that little 4-year-old that you yelled at, and they kind of started pouting. That's exactly what happened. Hey, prostitution is legal. I'm ordering mine off of Amazon, and they better deliver it via Lyft. Yes, I said Lyft, not Uber, Lyft.
See, I wonder though, what happens if your package gets lost in the mail?
Somebody better refund me my goddamn prostitute.
Hold on. How you lose a prostitute like you lose a plane?
Hold on, Eric. We got to do it since you work in the delivery service. Your customer service. Go ahead.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear about that, ma'am, about your discretions. What I'll do is I'll actually get in contact with our local station, and then we'll be sure to find out whatever happened with it. Now, before I escalate this call, did you find the package at the front door, the side door? You looked everywhere around your house for the person?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm actually trying to find her right now. I just don't know where she's located. And I used the tracking service that you provided, but it said it was delivered, but I couldn't find her.
Okay, and also, did you check with any of your neighbors to make sure that your neighbors didn't necessarily take your package?
Well, they were
Hey, that is actually a question that is asked. Excuse me.
Wow, that's hilarious.
I'm kind of phrased a different way.
That's too goddamn funny. I can't even. That's too good.
How that come? Man, come on, man. Hold on, not go. Yes, Justin, did you so happen to find damn, I can't even think of a name. Damn.
Yo. Golly. Damn, that's too funny though, bro.
Man,
it's way too funny.
But there was another thing I wanted to also discuss. So I guess this would be kind of a segment like, how good was it? Really? Is it a class? So with everything going on, I actually rewatched the movie Demolition Man.
Okay. And, good movie.
And I was sitting there thinking, I was like, all the movies in the 90s, because we already know 90s, hey, look, it's high action, all these different things. And of course, to this day, we still don't know how to use the 3 seashells. Like, logically, it's not making sense. But how good was Demolition Man?
Yo, I gotta say it because I'm an action movie fanatic. Demolition Man, if you look at it from different aspects, if you look at it from an action movie standpoint, the shit was good it was okay to good. But if you look at it from a more conscious standpoint, the shit was great. Like, I watch it and it's like, damn. Like, this shit actually set up more stuff for the future that we actually going through. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Because you can be programmed. Motherfuckers are programmed more now than we've ever been. And if whomever's in charge, as long as they have control over you, you're gonna do what you want to do. But as long as they have control over you, they're gonna push that button. Demolition Man was a fucking monster.
Eric, I know. Eric, you say you somewhat remember it, huh?
Yeah, I kind of vaguely remember it, but if everything is coming true inside of from that movie that's going on right now, then hey, man, whatever.
I mean, I think I explained it. So basically, you go from one form of a reality where everything is hyper violent, is this and that. So to solve that problem, we then go to the other end of the spectrum, which is hyper PC land, where we gonna keep you from doing anything that is harmful to you, but we're still taking away choice from you. And, I mean, it's interesting because, like, as I went back and looked at it, I was like, that's an interesting kind. Like, this was brilliant. Like, because you're sitting there thinking, like, was this intentional? Did they really think? Because, like, I don't. Of course, it's like, I know they couldn't think about what the world would have been like and things like that, but it was one of those movies that looked at the other end of the spectrum. Because, Eric, I always say this. I probably said it here on the show. I said there's a point where you're fighting for truth and justice, but in turn, you become the very thing you was trying to fight, but just on the other side.
Mm.
I mean, didn't we kind of elaborate that on that a little bit earlier? I mean, like as much as I don't like Milo, he did have a point uh, in some instances where he would talk about, well, everybody's talking about, well, yeah, we don't want him to come over here because he promotes hating all that shit, and then your response is to try to destroy public property and all that shit. Like, is that really the business? You're talking about violence and all that. He's promoting violent messages, but yeah, you're becoming the person that he's advocating against. So, as much as I don't like him, he got some points. So I'm sorry, everybody. I'm not like trying to be all Mr. Bias, Mr. Anti Milo. I'm just all about facts. Fact checker, bitch. Hashtag fact checker.
Alternative fact check.
Oh,
I mean, I do think that some of the biggest issues that we have is that we have what we feel is good, but then we shut down to listen to anything anybody else have to say. I'll go with another movie I've grown to like would be the Star Wars prequel trilogy.
Okay.
And, the last one.
Rogue One?
No, not Rogue One, but
right before
episode 3.
Oh.
Episode 3. And there was a part where
what was episode 3? Attack of the Clones? I don't know.
That was Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, okay, Revenge of the Sith. Okay.
And I remember one of the lines was that in my when Anakin finally turned bad and everything like that, and he's sitting there telling him, "Look, Anakin, look, the Chancellor is evil," but he was like, "In my opinion, the Jedi are evil." But they both weren't listening to reason. They didn't want to really say, okay, well, why do you feel that? Let's talk about this. But instead, it's like, hey, this is my point, and fuck you if you don't believe in what I believe in. Because I think a lot of us deal like one of his lines was like, hey, if you're not with me, then you're my enemy. Act on that.
For sure.
Well, goddamn.
Talking that real shit, man.
Hey, I tell people this kind of stuff all the time, OQ. Don't take movies for just the entertainment value. Like, if you can actually watch a movie and see the underlying meaning in the movie, or look at it like, damn, and apply it to a real life situation, you'll see that movies are just a reflection of real life situations. Like one of my favorite movies, I, Robot. A lot of people shit on our Robot. A lot of people shit on The Matrix, although The Matrix did kind of go way the fuck left field after a while.
After one,
it kind of drifted. They like 2 was more action based, and 3 was just kind of tying everything into the end and all this old shit. But if you look at our Robot, it's like, one, machines are taking over. And on top of that, like there's one sense of control, and it's so many different aspects of everything that's actually going on right now. You know what I mean? Like, if I can make like how he said, let's take a dude that makes a chair. He's the best at making this chair. But you make a robot that makes a chair, the same chair, twice as fast. USR shitting on the little guy. Mm-hmm. But that's kind of what we're leaning to, especially with the new guy who's actually the department head of small businesses or some shit like that. I forget what he is. But he's the Carl's Jr. CEO.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah, that motherfucker.
Name? I guess not. All right, go ahead.
I don't remember either. But everything is becoming more automated. You know what I mean? To where it's just going to be like a couple people. That's why it's so hard for people to find jobs now. But if you look at certain movies for their underlying message, like, you'll see, like, okay, simple one, The Lion King.
Oh,
everybody see The Lion King for what it is. The Lion King has the old one, the 1990s.
Yeah, man, we're not gonna talk about the reboot, but hey, basically the animated Hamlet. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like, but if you look at it, what's the underlying message in the Lion King? You can't trust family. Can't trust everybody. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta let some shit go. Sometimes there's some shit you gotta fight for. Like, it's so many underlying messages in movies, like you can't just ignore it.
Yeah, just like in Hunchback of Notre Dame, man. Nice guys finish last.
That was an ugly motherfucker. Quasimodo had a hump on his back. I'm sorry. It's something you just can't look past. You can't look past.
I think I told my little girls this. I ruined a lot of Disney movies. I told them that Frozen was technically just a Marvel movie. I mean, think about it. You had a person with powers, their parents die, and they're going through conflict of dealing with their new powers. Superhero movie, as far as I know.
Sounds like a superhero movie to me.
So
Sounds like Superman.
It was. It was that or Spider-Man, whichever one you want to bring up.
Spider-Man, fucking Lion King. I watched the video on YouTube. They compared that shit to the Lion King.
I mean, think about it.
But recycle.
But I did.
Premises are recycled.
What I told my girls, this is messed up. I said Belle was the first gold digger in Disney. And the only reason I said that was because you think about this. And I'm not knocking her for it. But if the beast was living in the shack in the middle of the woods, she gonna tell her pops, hey, look, man, I don't know what to tell you. You gotta just chill. You gotta sit back here till I go get stoned or something. but
I mean, I ain't saying Belle a gold digger, but she definitely wasn't messing with no broke niggas. So.
Nah, man, hey, look. I'll put it like that. That castle helped.
That castle, all them talking fucking dishes. Yo.
Oh my gosh. Talk about gold diggers.
Hey, man. But I also told him.
If your dishes start talking to me, I'm thinking that you got bread.
You better have some.
Or you a goddamn wizard.
Either that, you got some good coming out of here because, damn, like, if you start hallucinating that the dishes is talking, hey, I'm just saying.
That's actually kind of my fantasy. I want me a fine ass wizard, not no Harry Potter. Nah, that nigga too young.
I'm about to say, see, Eric, you trying to be like your boy Milo?
Nah. Basically, Harry Potter, but older. And I'm good. Daniel Radcliffe. That's I had to remember his name, Daniel Radcliffe. Which Daniel Radcliffe is sexy as hell, but. To move along. So everything that we pretty much covered. So we've talked about terrorism in the bathroom. We've talked about
the perceived terrorism. But
that's basically what it is. That's exactly what it means. Touch them babies.
Oh man.
Hashtag touch the babies.
Hashtag touch them babies.
I'm not starting that one. Y'all can have it.
Don't touch the babies.
Hey, I'm all for controversy, but I'm gonna leave that one alone.
We talked about the turtle. We've talked about Amazon promoting prostitutes. I'm sorry, no. Proposing.
Y'all out of order. Yeah. Amazon is not. We're saying if it were, would Amazon get it? You about to get us barred already. We're gonna get a cease and desist already.
Hey man. You know Amazon got a TV service, so we might get a TV show. We never know. Shit.
Hey, we get a TV show. I'm all up in that bitch.
Hey, shit, I'm in there. But and also don't forget the Milo and his pedophilia comments and all that other good stuff that happened with that.
13-year-old was the predator. I was the victim. You a grown ass man. Shut the hell up.
Yeah, that one I can't rock with him on that one. I mean,
no, man. Like I said, if you so weak as a grown up that a 13, 14-year-old person can make you feel special, you got issues that you need to work out personally.
And you have a lot of adults out here with those issues. Because I think what I told Eric now, as much as we'll say a 16 or 17-year-old is not mature enough to get in this type of activity, you got 30 plus to 40 plus people who are not mature enough to deal with this stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, like I say, hey, I was mature enough to get your ass.
Hey, but you got like how many? Never mind. That's a whole nother topic. But go ahead, man.
But I mean, like my personal, and I don't know necessarily if anybody could has any experience in this, but like when I was 21, and you've been in some instances where you've seen maybe this chick or this dude, and you look over and you like, damn, that chick fine. Like how old is that chick? And you look at that ID, you like, oh, 15. Girl, you look like you're 19. Hell nah, I can't fuck this.
Nah. That's when you give them that. Like, hey, look, call me back in 3 years.
My number ain't gonna change. Nigga, I'm loyal to my phone service.
But I mean, I get it. You have because I mean, let's just be honest. A lot of women are in their prime. Well, oh shit! Don't destroy me, ladies. I'm just saying.
Oh,
that
women are in their sexual prime in their later years.
Hey, I need
that's the truth. That's when we start getting played. But a lot of ladies. Hey, I go back. We had some cold ones back in school. I'm just saying. So like I said, on one sense, you do have them, and if you see them just out and about, you will think, oh, well, she's 19, and then you go talk to her, 16. But then when you get into fouls, you be like, well, you do look a little bit up. Nah, nigga. She said 16. Fall back. I'm just saying. But. Go ahead, E.
So basically, everybody, thank you for coming out. Hey, the one thing that I do want to say is you want to hit us up on our comment line. Just keep it PG, please, because some of these will actually have to play for the audience. So the phone number is 469-607-8964. Hit me up on the load, because Mike Jones, yo.
Oh, my God. Mike Jones? Don't ever say Mike Jones again.
Who?
Hey, after Trey punched him out his shoes, yes, Trey the Truth. Go look it up on YouTube. If it's still a video on YouTube, Trey the Truth punched Mike Jones so hard this nigga came out his shoes.
I have not seen that, and I will definitely go watch it.
I gotta look at it now. Like I'm thinking of like a Ryu Dragon Punch situation.
I know,
You can't come back from that one.
Oh man, come on, man. But E, don't forget to tell folks we are now on Google Play. We are also on iTunes, and we are we're working on getting Stitcher set up. So y'all bear with us on that one. And that's where all of our shows are going to be on there. So you can also check Chopping Up with Q. Well as Happy Politics, which is my man Eric's project as well. Make sure to support all our little projects we got going on. And also when it comes to Google Play as well as iTunes, make sure to leave us a comment and go ahead and give us a review, man. Let us know how we doing. And if we need to improve some things or you want to tell us to shut the hell up, hey, man, it is what it is. So just make sure, let us know what you feel.
And just to let you know some background stuff that's going on right now. We're currently in discussions with Pornhub right now. We're trying to get that leaked footage that happened.
Okay.
With the
I'm walking away.
I can't. I'm. You know what? No, man. I'm finna go have a drink on that.
Hey, they did say. I think they said Ivanka was on Pornhub or something like that. I'm gonna have to go search that one because I don't know, but that's the rumor. I saw the article on Facebook. So I gotta go.
Hey, I'm sorry, but if Ivanka got a porno, I bet that porn is boring as hell. That shit is about as bland as her clothing line going to Dollar General.
Ah, damn. Dang, not even Marshalls? She gotta go straight to Dollar General.
Straight to the dollar store.
Oh man.
And no comments or anything? Everybody good? Yeah.
I mean, the only thing is that. Go ahead, Rito. Matter of fact, Rito, tell us about the. I don't know if y'all set up a GoFundMe page, but at least tell everybody about the Facebook page for your the Coach Rito Foundation.
So check this out, man. The foundation or organization, I'm gonna say organization at the for the moment. It's called Coach Rito. What about the children? And what we're trying to do is we're trying to raise as much money as we can so we can build a building we can buy this property on the south end of town in Beaumont, and we can build a life skills training center. And the whole purpose is really to teach our young kids how to like survival skills, like how to cook, how to clean, how to do a lot of things. If they have a talent, like if they're good at painting, if they're good at dancing, all of this stuff, we'll have the people to cultivate that. We'll teach them other regular life skills, other lifestyle skills like how to write a check. I'm 29 now. I think I wrote my first check. I think I was 25, 26 years old. I had no clue how to do that. So we're trying to we got the people who can do that. You know what I mean? We got a lot of people who are culinary chefs. We got lawyers. We got doctors, teachers. All these people on in our group. You know what I mean? Trainers, coaches, all of this stuff. If your kid has a talent that you want to nurture, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build this. If you want to find out more information, you can hit me up on my Facebook page /Justin Rito, RIDEAU, or you can go straight to the Facebook page at Coach Rito, the COACH, in the search bar, RIDEAU. In parentheses, put "What about the children?" It'll pop up, and you can donate to the campaign. Huge shouts out to Terry Lee Stylist Design. They donated $10, and a big shout out to one of our very own, Eric Davila, who donated $10 to it. Man, much appreciated. Much appreciated. Every dollar goes towards the renting or building of this property and this building, because honestly, a lot of people say the kids are the future, but how many people are willing to put up the bread for it? You know what I mean? That's the whole point. And we're really, we got an event coming up on March 25th. For more information, you can hit me up, like I said, on my Facebook page. You can hit me on my Twitter account. I keep forgetting my damn Twitter handle because
at future fitness underscore
future underscore fitness 8. I don't know how to change it. I'd have to make me a new Twitter account, but you can hit me there for more information. Future underscore fitness 8. You can find me on Instagram at Mr. underscore level up PT 8 or 87, one of the two.
Okay.
And trust me when I tell you, man, everybody who donates, it's Mr. underscore level up PT 87. Sorry. Everybody who donates anything or hits me up about it, I promise you I'll tell you everything, all the information about it, man. And it's a really big deal that we're trying to get going on in Southeast Texas. If you know anything about us, you know that we got a lot of talent, but we got a lot of issues, and we're trying to give our kids somewhere to go. Other than that, I appreciate every dollar that's been spent, and everything that everybody's been doing so far. I appreciate it all, and I just can't wait to hear any feedback from anybody.
All right, that's what's up, no doubt. I guess I was gonna mess with you. I was gonna give you the speech from old girl from Coming to America. But no, man, hey man, straight up, if y'all going to, matter of fact, just send us if you can send us, we can link it in the show description and everything. That way people can get straight to it. But try to help these kids. 'Cause, I mean, look, everybody's responsibility, in my opinion. I think it does take a village, and the village is everybody. So that's my opinion on everything. So that's. Other than that, I don't really have too many shout out the original people, my man John, my man D Murph, a couple other people as well. There's a lot of things been going on with the Pod Squad or whatever. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that, but I mean, I'm gonna just leave it as that. So, E, other than that, if you want to take us out,
Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and get up out of here, man. Everybody, I love you. I love every single last one of you. And we will be back next week with another episode of The Critical Dump.
he's lying, y'all.
Hold up. Oh, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Let's do this thing,